All right, I am here with Tabatha, Batgirl Watkins, and we have an awesome announcement. News of this had been floating around for a little bit, but it's official. I'm not going to steal any of her thunder. I'm going to turn it over to Tabatha. Tabatha, tell us what's going on.
Well, as you guys know, I competed on the Phoenix tournament probably like a month and a half ago now, and it was an amazing experience. I took that on real short notice. I was one of the last people that they called up for the tournament, and it was an 8-woman tournament to determine the number one contender that would have fought Alicia, my training partner, for the world championship. And it was a really cool experience, and fan voting was how they determined the first round matchups. Well, Jessica Dalboni, Alicia's former opponent that went to a split decision, had all of her fans vote for me. She called me out in the first round. So she didn't expect for us to be excited, but I was super excited to fight her in the first round of the tournament. Why not just have one round with her and not have to worry about a full fight that's going to go on my record? Because she's the number one contender. She just fought Alicia to a split decision. She's tough. She was the toughest one in the tournament. And I feel like I did enough to beat her. I can't wait to hopefully, get back in there with her, and she won't be able to run away from me in a round. So I felt like I won on the feet. She timed one of my kicks right, got a takedown, but I instantly got my guard, instantly was controlling on the ground. I'm a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, and I'm really comfortable there. So instantly got her in an armbar and was threatening submissions for probably 3 minutes. So as far as control of the fight, I definitely controlled 4 out of the 5 minutes of the fight. But the end of the round, she was on the top and threw a couple ground and pound shots, and the judges gave her the decision. But she went on to win the tournament to face Alicia again. So I'm excited for that, but I'm even more excited that I put on such a good performance there and was able to really show my personality and get to know everyone in Invicta, which I absolutely love the staff. They're all great to work with, and really let me be myself, and I really appreciated that. I was able to really bring my Batgirl persona to life. I loved it. And I did enough to earn a multi-fight deal with Invicta, which we've been kind of saying, but it wasn't official till today. I signed my contract today, 4-fight deal with Invicta, so it's official. And I can't even put into words how excited I am. I've been working my ass off, excuse my language, for this for years, and I've been consistently saying for 2 years that I would be signed to Invicta. I thought it would take longer than it did. I mean, me and James were talking about it just a week before we took the Phoenix tournament offer, and I had another fight booked, and we were like, all right, we got to win this fight, we'll get another fight, win that fight, and then we'll get Invicta. And a few days later, he got the call, and we got the Invicta tournament spot, and now I'm signed. So it's crazy how the universe works once you're really dedicated to yourself and your own success and your own growth. And I've been through a lot, and I finally, was able to get past everything and focus on myself and really grow as a person, mentally, spiritually, physically. I'm the best I've ever been, and that's why I think things are falling into place for me like they are, and I just can't wait to show the world what I've become. Like, you don't even know yet.
So I want to talk for a second about your experience with Invicta. I mean, it literally was like the realization of a dream, because I saw a Batgirl picture that they did for you in the studio where you were throwing that sidekick up. And I mean, you've embraced that persona for a long time. And since you started martial arts, you wanted to grow into that woman. And it was almost like that woman was officially born at that Invicta, photo shoot. So with that being said, what was it like being at, Invicta for the first time, being a part of the spotlight, being in an 8-woman tournament on television, the first ever all-female pro card on regular television? It was incredible. Tell your fans and your friends, your family, just what that experience was like to you, how it changed you.
Okay. Yeah, it was amazing. Like James just said, it was the first ever event like that. So it was I've had a chance to make history a couple times now. When I fought in Bellator, I made history as the first atomweight fight, and now I was in the first all-women's tournament on TV. So I'm honored that I've gotten these opportunities, and Invicta is just an amazing atmosphere. The people are just so positive, and everybody is just excited to be there, and excited to see all the talent that's there. I met Shannon, and it was just amazing. I've always wanted to meet her. I've always wanted to be a part of Invicta. I've heard the stories from Alicia. I was never able to go with her because by the time I was going to be able to, COVID happened, and then I ended up getting my shot. That's how I met everybody, and I think it happened for the best that way, So I was able to show them who I am and really get to know them on a more of a personal level because I was dealing with them directly, and it was just amazing. It was the coolest experience of my life so far, and I feel like I keep saying that every time I get a big opportunity, but it's true. And the photographers being able to capture my Batgirl persona was like a dream come true. Like I seen those pictures and I was like, oh my god, like I'm the real Batgirl. Like it made me really feel like you said, like that persona was born. Like in my heart and soul, it's been born. For a couple years now, I really felt like I've manifested that person in me. But seeing it with my own eyes like that really blew me away.
Can you imagine if you could go back to when you were 10 or 11 years old, you could time travel and you could show that 10 or 11-year-old Tabatha that photo and said, listen, one day this is you. You're a professional fighter competing on television against the #1 contender in the nation. You know what I mean? Just how much that would inspire you and motivate you. One thing I want to talk about is you have made tremendous personal growth, Tabatha. The woman that sits across from me, listen, I'm not going to dog her at all, but she is 100 times more of a professional now and a real athlete now than she's ever been in her entire life. And you're wearing a shirt that, as I've sat here and watched this interview, it says practice like a champion, but then it says act like a champion as well. Something changed in you. I don't know what caused it, but it was like a light switch. Something finally made Tabatha go from, instead of the excuses, you found solutions. Instead of this is going to hold me back, you found a way. And I want to dig into that a little bit because anyone that knows you knows that there's a different woman sitting here today than there would have been a year ago or 2 years or 3 years ago. Where did that come from, Tabatha? What did you finally conquer and now it's time to climb the ranks?
I'll shorten it. It's a long story. We covered that in the mental warfare podcast that I did on the Gray Area podcast.
Oh yeah, we have a full podcast. If you want to hear a whole story, jump on there.
Yeah, go look it up. But basically, I just went through a lot of mental and emotional abuse in my life, and it takes a change in yourself to realize like what you're going through doesn't need to hold you back, and that you can overcome it, and you can be better from it. And instead of letting it control me and letting it break me down and lower my confidence, lower my self-esteem, I chose to realize how strong it made me and realize that I can get through anything, and it doesn't have to be like that. Like I just wanted to focus on myself. That was the real change. Is I realized that, and then I was like, I'm just going to focus on myself. And I really got in tune with my spirituality, and I started reading a lot of books that promote growth and success, and just completely put all my energy back into myself and my training, and it's really paid off. And I've come a long way. I never get upset in training. I used to quit in training. James will tell you, I used to be like, I'm out. My first round of my fight, Sim 2 would be like, okay, you got 3 more rounds. And I'm like, no, I don't. I'm done. But now, for the Invicta tournament, I took that on less than 3 weeks notice, I think. And I had 3 girls come in and just beat me up for 6 rounds. 6 rounds. And I was like, I could have went 3 more. Like, let's go. And James was like, who are you? Like, I was ready, so it just switched, and I was just ready to really grow and succeed and chase my dreams to the fullest.
Final part, what are you going to do in Invicta, Tabatha?
I'm going to show the world everything that I've been working for, and I'm going to show everyone that has always believed in me, that, sees how much I dedicate to this, and I'm going to show them that it's going to pay off, and I'm going to accomplish my dreams. I'm going to be a world champion, and I will be the best. I'm not even going to say one of the best, because I will be the best. And I can't wait. I can't wait. So I got that 4-fight deal. All I'll say is we'll have fight news soon, very soon.
Beautiful. We will wrap this video up. So if you had just tuned in, click to the end. Tabatha is signed to a 4-fight deal with Invicta Fighting. It's official. Make sure you follow her page, follow her social media. Details will be coming soon. So thank you for sitting with us today, Tabatha. We'll wrap this thing up.
Yep.